All right, another day of Vlogmas. Yay, day 4. It's taco time because it's healthy, depending on how you cook it and what you put in it. It's also cheap. It's delicious. And I'm gonna tell you how to make it super quick, very easy. All right, first, coming right at you, you wanna get some, if you're not a big fan of turkey, give this a try because it's gonna add some flavor to turkey's life, okay? Get yourself like some 99%, 98% fat free. The closest you can get to basically zero fat, go for it. Grab it up, all right? Because we're going for flavor and health, not fat, all right? I'm actually, let me grab this. I'm gonna cook 2 of these. I think this is about, it says 1 pound of meat. So I'm basically cooking 2 pounds. You can cook 1 pound if you want. I want enough to feed a family of 4, so that can give you kind of like a little size, okay? Now, it's gonna be quick and easy because I'm also utilizing this quick power cooker, right? Because I like throwing everything all in one. You don't have to use that. You can just get yourself a regular pot, anything with like a deepness to it. I'm gonna show you what you could use if you don't have like an instapot or something. Use something like this, all right? So go grab what you have and work with it. We're trying to keep it simple and cheap. Don't go buying equipment that you don't already have. So you get this pot nice and hot, all right? Nice and hot. You wanna make sure that you have basically just 4 items to throw into it that are raw, fresh, and healthy, all right? These are mine. Be creative, pick what you have, work with what you have in your kitchen. I'm gonna be doing, we've got some kale, preferably already chopped up just to save some time. I'll cut up a whole onion. I cut up just some bell peppers for you. 1 bell pepper is plenty. Mine were small, so I cut up about 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5 of them, all right? If you've got a tomato in the fridge, cut it all up. I didn't have 1 whole tomato, so I just basically used some cherry tomatoes. It works just fine. Bada bing, bada boom, that's all you need, right? Now, the other thing that you wanna make sure you have is the seasoning of your choice. I like to pick up just this taco seasoning packet. It's already ready to go. I normally try to look for the low sodium one. They did not have it, so this is what I went with. If you don't have that and you're trying to keep it even healthier, grab up some Mrs. Dash, whichever ones that you like. You preferably want one with a lot of garlic and onions and just whatever seasoning that you like. Don't be too crazy about the cooking. Just roll with it. Don't overthink it. What you want to try to get now that you have your pot all nice and hot and steamy, is about, let's say, a half a thumb in length of butter, right? A little more, a little less, you pick. Pop that bad boy in there. You're gonna hear it sizzle. That's what you want. And while the butter is melting, do some dancing. What? Oh yeah, do some dancing. You want to slap in while this butter starts to melt is these onions. You're looking for that sizzle. That's what you want to get. Everyone's got some salt and pepper lying around the house. Dash just a little bit of that to add some flavor. Important thing with these onions, what you want to do is stir them constantly and also get that butter to fully coat it. That's what you're going for, okay? You're gonna start seeing the onions go a little bit transparent. You don't need them fully clear, but you want to see that color change from this bright white to just a little bit transparent. That's what you're looking for. Stir it around and dance. Be happy, smile, all that jazz. That's what's up. These bell peppers, same thing. Stir it around. Keep an eye on the butter that's at the bottom there. If it starts to get too dry and looks like it's burning, no worries. Just add some more butter, right? That's all we're doing. Now, since I'm cooking in this power cooker, what I have it on right now is brown. I just put the brown setting on because I wanted this pot to get nice and hot, okay? We're gonna eventually close it up once we put the meat in it. But for now, in case you're wondering, I just pressed that brown button to get it nice and warm. Let that cook down for maybe 2 to 3 minutes and we'll come back. I'm gonna say cook with your nose. Those onions are gonna be ready for more items to be added. Once you start smelling that aroma of butter and onions, it's gonna change. Just notice, take note of how it smells when you first have the onions hit the butter, and then notice about 2 or 3 minutes later how you start to get this nice little aroma coming off of these butter onions. Now add your tomatoes. Bam. So I'm a little lazy and I don't like having to chop up a lot of extra greens, because with the kale, I will say that if you don't buy the kind that has juicing or ready for juicing and pre-washed and ready to cook, like how this one says that on here, then you're probably gonna have to wash it and you're gonna have to pull off like the stems. Let me see if I can find one that's left in here by accident. This part right here, you want to try to take this part off. You don't want too much of that in there. I mean, you do for your digestion, extra fiber and whatnot. But for me, because we're putting them in tacos, we don't want all that chunky stem all up in our tacos, okay? So then we add the kale. I'm just putting a big old handful. Look at this. Bam. Handful of kale. Stir it around to see what that is looking like. Stir it around. You see how much kale is in there? Handful of kale. That is it. That's all you need. You can put more, you can put less, but this is how I like it. And you're basically cooking this by stirring it around like this. You hear that sizzling that's still going? Stir it around. And you're just waiting for those leaves to basically wither and just kind of shrink down like you see them doing right now. Once this happens, grab your taco seasoning. Now I find that it is easier to stir in and mix up the seasoning if I pour just a little bit at the bottom on top of the vegetables. Then I put a little bit like of the meat, and then I kind of use a hard, very sturdy spatula like this to basically break up the meat, okay? Because I don't like big heavy chunks of taco meat breaking up my taco shells. So that's what we're gonna do. So we've got a little bit of seasoning that's going in. Save the rest though. And if you're trying to keep the salt or your sodium levels low, keep in mind you don't have to pour that entire packet in here. Just, you know, season to flavor and taste and health needs. This thing is ready for the meat, y'all. It's ready for the meat. Bam. More meat. Bam. Now, this is what I mean. I just like to go in and save myself some time by chopping this up. Keep an eye on the moisture that's in here. Start stirring it around, guys. You'll see that the meat will start to kind of brown a little bit. That's okay. What you might want to do at this point is pour all the other seasoning in there. Go to your sink. Use this packet right here. Fill it up with some water. And that's how much water. See? Bam. Pour it in. That will give it enough moisture to cook. If you're unsure, put a little extra. Just like that. But normally, honestly, one is fine. It's just I have 2 pounds of meat in here and I want to make sure that it cooks without being burnt. So you see how it kind of calmed down now? It's not burning it. And I'm just going to town like bam, 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 bam. Take out your frustration on it. All right, you see how I'm just kind of chunking it up? And that's why I said you need a sturdy spatula. A sturdy spatula so that you can actually handle this. Now it's beeping at me because the brown setting I think is normally only set for like 20 minutes or so. But that's all right. I'm actually about to close the lid and I'm gonna set this on stew, which is gonna probably cook it for about 20 minutes or so. Now, if you are not using a pot like this and you have it on the stove, what you're looking for is the color of this meat to change, okay? You see how it's all like pink right now? It's gonna turn white like chicken and you know that it's cooked, okay? But I like to cook it a little bit over so that it's a little bit kind of like dried and it's not making the tacos super soggy. And it's also, just for me, I like when it's a little bit of a burn on it, or not burnt, but like a little darkening of the meat a little bit. We're gonna hook this up. If you have like a power cooker, I always try to max up this pressure because to me I feel like it makes the meat tender. So I put this bad boy up on 80 and I set it on the cook. You can also, if you want to make it easy, just hit the stew button, but I'm gonna put this on, let's say 25 minutes, okay? And I'm gonna close this lid. Now that it's cooking, go live your life, be happy, sit on the couch, relax and chill, and wait for this to be cooked and ready to go. Let me tell you what we're gonna actually use is the taco shells. Got my little kiddo dancing over there. Taco shells, They're like $1.98. Real simple and easy. This is what we're grabbing up, all right? All right, and then now just get your taco shells heated up, however you choose, whether in a microwave, a toaster oven, or a regular full-size oven. Right, and those taco shells, you know that they're ready to go and they're heated up enough when you start seeing the oils come off of the taco shells, all right? And that's my husband. You might hear him in the background being annoying. But, all right, let's check this out. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, it smells amazing. It's delicious and ready to go. Just stir it around. And don't worry about the juices at the bottom. It will soak up a lot of it most of the time, but you can always just make sure you kind of squeeze it out and then layer it into your taco meat without all the excess juice if you don't want your taco shells to get soggy very quickly. So let's just load up these tacos and I will show you the final results. To the taco shell. And this is optional, but you could put a layer of sour cream, or if you would prefer some Greek yogurt, or you could just eat it just like it is with just meat, or you can add some cheese. I like to add some sour cream and some shredded cheese of your choice, cheddar, Colby, Meximel, whatever you have handy, shredded cheese on top. And this is the final product. Absolutely delicious. Let's test it. All right, best part about cooking. Enjoy.